Now that we've identified the problem, let's shift into the economics. Once the threats land in the inbox, the cost of the organization doesn't show up as a single incident. It shows up as a recurring operational expense. When we evaluate the operational costs, every missed email creates work. What is that work? Security teams triage alerts, they investigate incidents, they investigate user reported messages, they contain compromised accounts and perform forensic analysis. Over time, this drives reliance on, SOC services, perhaps a managed SOC if the team isn't capable of addressing these on a day-to-day. Additionally, there's added investment in additional tools and increasingly complex workflows. What should be preventative becomes reactive, and that reaction happens over and over and over again, which leads to the organizational costs. Beyond the security team, there's a broader organizational impact. Employees are being pulled into security awareness training, remediation exercises, and repeated reporting, even at a cost of their own day-to-day job. So if you were to picture an organization with 10,000 healthcare providers that are tasked with 16 hours of annual security awareness and training per year, that's 160,000 hours of time that could be used towards patient care and billable hours that's being traded for security awareness with the hopes that maybe we're going to catch more. And this is where as more attacks land, more reporting volume increases, the noise goes up, the number of safe submissions, adding tax to that SOC team, and the team becomes more pressed into sorting out the signal from the noise and dealing with false positives. Ultimately, to keep up with this problem, organizations are looking to add headcount, not because the risk has increased, but the architecture requires more human hours to maintain it. And finally, this stems into financial and business related costs. When we look at what those include, we can see that a disruptive phishing email has a significant blast radius, often to the tune of financial fraud, disruption of supply chain, delaying of payments, or even impacting customer trust. Even when losses are avoided, organizations incur costs through audit, insurance adjustments, and compliance activities triggered by repeated incidents. The key point, though, is that none of these costs are one time. They recur every single month, scaling with the number of threats that reach users. Maintaining the status quo does not hold costs steady, it compounds it. So the economic question becomes straightforward. Is it more efficient to keep funding response and reactive detection, training users and adding headcount to manage failure, or to change the architecture so fewer threats land in the first place?